Hi there, Virgo. Welcome into your July zodiac messages. I This is like part two or take two. Let's say take two for July for you. I'm not going to get into the astrology because Spirit's saying we're just going to jump in here. Uh, you already know that the energy is pretty intense, so uh, let's see what wants to come out here. I say take two because I started your video before and got a phone call and don't really know how long I was on the phone. It was my daughter, so I went to go come back and I couldn't remember where I was, couldn't remember what I was talking about, couldn't even remember what was channeling through. So I decided to start again, and I have a feeling it's going to bring me right back. So I've got the indecision card here. We've got the broken heart, and we've got the fifth chakra with the throat chakra with Archangel Gabriel here. Um, I okay. I just want to make sure I'm checking the numbers here. I'm feeling that you're uh, tossing around whether or not to express to someone or tell someone about a past experience, how this is coming through. I'm being drawn to the bottom of the deck. And you've got the door to romance with the man holding the heart here. I feel like this could be somebody coming toward you. Maybe even somebody that you once walked away from, Virgo. And something new is opening up here. I want to say, if you don't want this person back, that's okay. This could just be an opportunity to really speak your truth about how your connection with them felt to you. And it feels like with this broken heart that you have an opportunity to speak about how hurt you were, or at the very least to clear up some air so you can um, one of you or both of you can come to a space of forgiveness, right? But I feel like it's been a hard decision for you to make. How do what is the decision that's been hard? Whether or not to have this conversation, or what the conversation would be. Does that mean if you decide to have a conversation, or even if it's to write a letter to burn it, right? That you've got to really face the hurt, relive the hurt. So the first video, the part of the message was about choosing to go into the shadow, choosing to go into a dark night of the soul, to face heartache. There was a Three of Swords there. So there was a Three of Swords again on the split. So it's something you've been holding on to some kind of a hurt, and you're being guided to let it go. Let's take a look at these cards here. I actually want to clarify the indecision. Queen of Swords. Ooh, I'm getting really stubborn energy here. Stubborn energy. Why is it the indecision here? Hierophant, that came out in the first reading, in the Nine of Wands. This could have been a marriage that you carried. This could be a very karmic, at least a very karmic past life soulmate, very traditional relationship, in air quotes there, situation. I feel like who you are now is not like that. In the past, you may have been very, very cutting. Maybe you cut this person or this relationship out because it was very toxic. Interesting, I've never felt or read the Nine of Wands as toxic, and I just felt that. These are all karmic situations, karmic energies that you faced. It's been a long journey. It's been hard. And you've done things by the book. You've done things the way that you thought you should have done them because it was what you were shown or told you should do by others. We grew up being told that, we should marry somebody like this or that, and that just for an example. But that situation left you, the indecisions coming through now is not knowing yourself, not, I'm just getting like that herd mentality energy coming through, like unable to make your own decisions, or this other person was unable to make decisions, so you carried the connection. Don't know why that's coming through, but let's take a look at this broken heart here. Doing your reading completely different than the others I'm seeing. I'm just, Spirit is just taking me by the hand, and I'm letting them guide me here this month. We've got the King of Cups in reverse. And the walking away, and I say that because I've got this card underneath the man holding the heart. So maybe you did walk away because they just drained everything from you. It was too much work. This marriage was too much work. It was a lot of work, but I feel like in July something about it is coming back around. Take a look at the throat chakra, the 5th chakra here. What is this truth that needs to be spoken about? All right. There's that indecision, that procrastination, the Tower. Something needs to be cleared, though. The Death card and the Strength, because it needs to be cleared so you can see your own transformation. Spirit, okay, so this is going along the lines of the first reading. In a little roundabout way. So in order to see the growth that you have achieved, you need to revisit this. Why? There is something, I feel like I'm hearing closure with that Tower. Clarify that Tower, please. I'm hearing closure. Lover's decision. Oh, wow. Who am I? Queen of Cups in the upright. Who am I channeling here? All right, so in July, and of course, whenever you're reading this energy is relevant for you. You are going to be given an opportunity to stand in your power, to call back your power, to see a hidden truth about yourself, about the situation, about the other person, that really brings in a level of healing. You're moving toward a level of healing that you just don't see yet. And feel like there's a little bit of a fight on revisiting this. So let's take a look at what's being revisited. Actually, I'm being drawn back to this deck. That's very interesting. All right, what is being revisited this month, Spirit? And why is it coming? And you know, well, we'll know why. It's coming up so you can see your transformation, and so you can go another level in your transformation. We do have the Lion's Gate, the Leo energy here. We enter into Leo season on the 22nd of this month. Like I said, oh my gosh, that's right. So the first video that I was recording for y'all, I mentioned that you could be dealing with a Leo. That did come up there, so take that. If that resonates, leave it. If it does not, what is coming up? How is this coming up? There's that door to romance. Is there someone, I'm wondering if there could be like someone new, like you've got an opportunity, you've got in the gate in the journey. 3323. 333 could be significant. I'm hearing 369 could be significant for you. So what I'm picking up on here, and if this doesn't resonate, then it's not your reading. This is I'm tuning into a Virgo, or specific Virgos that have someone, that the door to romance is starting to open. You have, you've been, so I want to say two things. All of a sudden my hands just started itching. I don't know what that's about. Like maybe you're still holding on to this old situation and you're like, you know, you got to let go of it, but it makes you really nervous. And you could be saying, I don't know, I let that go a long time ago. Well, how are you talking about it? Are you still talking about it? What's the emotional charge that's coming up? There is a charge. This situation sets you off still. And I feel like you're being asked to clear it because something new wants to come in here. And remember, we saw the man holding the heart on the bottom of the deck with this before, right? There could be someone new that wants to come in, or that someone new could just be yourself, finding, you know, falling in love and romancing a new version of yourself. But don't hold yourself back because you feel like things are good where you're at. You're being asked to let set down some baggage and walk in a new direction without that baggage. And I feel like this baggage is whatever this situation was here, okay? And whatever, you know, whatever this was, whatever broke your heart, whatever you poured all your heart and energy into, that either they walked away or you needed to walk away. I feel like it's you that walked away. You chose yourself, and it's like, no, I've done all I could here, and they've kind of emptied my cup, and I've got to walk toward, you know, this is my hermit energy for me, the minor arcana energy of the hermit. I need to walk toward the unknown, you know, discover who I am. Why is my hand all of a sudden itching? Talk to me about these three cards, Spirit, this new journey, this new romantic door that's opening. Like the heart starts to open again because you speak your truth. If you're not speaking your truth about this old situation to yourself even, your heart's not open to receive something new. I'm just going to put that out there. I mean, it could come in, but you're always going to, energetically allow this other situation to be in the middle of anything new. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Where are you putting your energy? What are you feeding? There's some deep hurt here. There's some deep emotions to look at. You need to put the work in. Yes, you need to put the work in. And the Chariot, Ace of Swords and Chariot, you need to put the work in. We've got Cancer and we've got Leo here. We've got Gemini. We've got Taurus. Got Scorpio. I don't know why I'm just being told to focus on that for a moment, but yes, there's some very deep emotions that you need to run toward. You need to run into and do the work. So the first video was talking to me about that. It's saying, okay, I see the dark night of the soul. I see the shadow work I need to do. And you've been prepared for it. And now you're like, okay, let's run into it. Let's get to it. Let's get done. Let's get to work here. This is a little more subtle than that first reading was starting out as, but I'm still picking up on that same message. There is some shadow work to do. There's some truth that you need to discover about yourself in this dark night of the soul, in the depth of your own shadow, in the depth of the shadow of whatever the situation was, right? And you need to, there's some work to be done here. I do want to take a look at where we have the new moon in Cancer on the 14th. Emotional healing, setting personal goals. So that's a beautiful time, to be doing this work, right? And then we've got the full moon in Aquarius on the 29th. And I feel like it's more the new moon and the full moon in Capricorn that we had about a week ago, from the time that I'm recording this, that full moon in Capricorn could have be bringing up these old emotions for you to look at again, or at least you find yourself talking about this old relationship, this old marriage, this traditional situation, whatever that was. It made you very hard. It made you very cold. It was a very trying situation. Like I said before, it left you not knowing who you are. So you needed to walk away to find yourself, to heal yourself. But I want to know what the truth is about that. What is the truth? Have you been speaking the truth? Are you fully healed? Have you forgiven yourself? Have you forgiven the situation? What is the truth here? I feel like there's still a hidden truth that you're not aware of. And it's keeping you bound to a current situation where you want more, and it's there for you. You want more, but it's something is keeping you behind this gate, this locked gate, and she's got the key around her neck. You are the key, Virgo. What is why is Virgo behind? Why is Virgo not using the key? Your inner knowledge, your inner wisdom. What? Talk to me about this one here. Garden of the Gate. I'm hearing that phrase, once bitten, twice shy. Have you filled your cup up? With all this healing and this recognition of who discovering who you are, have you been filling your cup? Have you been doing what you enjoy? I'd say no. These last few readings have been really tough love readings. I say no. You're still allowing that old situation to run the show. Are you aware of that? Perhaps this is what you're becoming aware of this month. This is like this aha moment. You're becoming aware that you've not moved forward. You really haven't. Because you're still living from that old how it's being shown to me is like a record skipping. The old song is still playing in one way or another. Whether this person is in your life or not, the same song is playing over and over and over again. So that leads me to say, and forgive me for saying this, but the common denominator in the situation, and whatever situation you're in now, is you, Virgo. A little tough love, I know, but it can be very enlightening to recognize that, right? That, wait a minute, why am I looping? Why does this thing keep coming up? But the faces are changing, but the same energy is coming up. It's like because the common denominator is you. What it's showing you what you haven't faced or looked at or spoken truth into about yourself. You're being given the opportunity this month, right now, as you're watching this, and I say right now because the tower is now. This truth has got to be recognized. This truth has got to be spoken. It's got to be embodied. Queen of Cups in the upright, filling your own cup. So your feminine energy, you may be filling the cup of, but your masculine energy, we've got the same. We've got both internally. You're not filling. So you don't feel safe. You don't feel safe in what? Speaking your truth? Admitting to yourself your role in this old situation? How do you heal it if you're always pointing the finger and saying it's about the other person? That's not how we heal it. How we heal anything is by going in and taking a good freaking hard look at ourselves, at our shadow, and doing the work and doing the transformation, living through the cocoon stage, living through the transformation. What is the truth here, Virgo? What is the truth here? Six of Swords. I'm actually hearing I don't want to look at it. That's not going to be for all of you, but I'm seeing the Two of Swords with the blindfold and the crossed heart. I don't want to look at it. I'm just gonna keep moving forward. So I'm picking up on like the shadow energy of this card. A lot of shadow coming up in the last two readings. I got to admit. Oh no, just the Leo. What's going on? Why does the shadow energy keep showing up here? Star. And I gotta tell you, it kind of moved around in my deck. This is upright here, right? And it moved around my deck like that, and I pulled it out. So is it in reverse? Is it in the upright? There's healing that needs to be done. You move, let yourself be drawn toward this healing. What are you doing, Luna? Did you catch a fly? She's so happy about her with herself. She's so pleased. What you doing, huh? You must think I live, I'm always talking about her and the flies in the house and whatnot. It's just like I've got the kitchen door that opens out to the hallway, and when I go in and out onto the balcony or onto the upper deck, flies come in and out, so it gives her something to chase, right? But I don't live in this fly infested or bug infested home for sure. Um, so the healing, yeah, moving toward healing. So let's just like, can we like move this into a more uplifting energy, spirit? So the truth is, you're being moved into this energy of healing, this softness, this integration here. You might not think you still need healing, but you do. This is showing it to me. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. What are you doing to my blinds there, Miss Luna? Oh, I just saw that. I just saw a fly. Go get it. Okay. So this healing, there may be somebody coming in to help you with this healing, for sure. Could be somebody, get the Page of Swords here. I want to say it feels like somebody that you can feel safe with expressing your truth, no matter what that is. Like, I don't know what the truth is, or this really fucked me up, or um, yeah, I'm still holding on to it. Whatever you need to admit. I feel like they understand that, quite possibly because they've gone through it as well. This could be a friend. This could be a romantic partner that you meet, that comes in, that can really resonate, and you guys work well together. I mean, this person could even be watching you on social media. They could be watching you on social media, but they may reach out in a text. Let's talk about moving beyond the healing, spirit, because we do have, here's the truth that comes out, some clarity, and then you move forward. So where is the Chariot card? Oh, we've got cards that are flipped, and don't want to ignore them. We do have the Magician here. So yeah, you've already got all the tools. We've got the Temperance. You've already got all the tools. There's that integration, the alchemy. You know how to use, there isn't anything more that you need, really, because you already know how to do this. The soul knows how to do this. Oh, finally, I just felt that release. Felt it in my back. So if you have upper back tension, I don't want to say it was painful. It just felt like I was like really tight in my back, because I noticed that all I could see was my forehead down. I couldn't see it. So I just felt that release. So there's something here about when you move through the healing process, you're going to recognize different markers are going to come forward, and it's going to be like, you get to remember this situation that we started with. Remember the one that you walked away from, the one that broke your heart, and it made you feel like you didn't know who you were, and it took your identity, or whatever. Now, when you think back on it, there's no emotional charge. You get to look at the good things. It's like we're turning all of this bad, this negative, hard work stuff, we're turning it into gold through this healing process. And so when you look back at it, it's remembered fondly, because whoever this person was, this husband, wife, just a traditional partnership of some sort, because that Hierophant's really screaming like marriage to me, traditional marriage. Whatever that was, they had a role in your life. They came here. It's like, you've heard me talk about my mom before, who was a Virgo, and understanding her role in my life once she's passed, and she brought this through for me, was she was here to break me down so I could remember the light within me. That's what this person's done. And you'll be able to look back fondly and have and cherish those fond memories with this person and be grateful for for the lessons. I mean, let me tell you, a lot of hard lessons, but you didn't let it stop you. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? And it didn't kill you because it made you stronger. It transformed you. It helped you to see the love within yourself. It helped you to see and recognize situations that took from you versus gave to you, right? It helped you recognize where things were unbalanced. Now look at the Empress on the bottom of the deck. And now is the time to turn this into something different for yourself. No longer carrying the emotional charge from this situation. Final messages, please, Spirit, for Virgo regarding this. I feel like July is going to be a really big aha moment month for you. Yeah. Big aha moment month for you. Anything else for Virgo? Yeah, look at that. Don't fight it. 9 of Swords, 5 of Wands. I know it's challenging. It's a mind fuck. It's a mental mind game here. But don't fight it. That first video that I was starting for you was showing you being prepared with inner peace, and then, like I said, saying, let's do it, jumping feet first into the lion's den, into this vortex of shadow work, but coming out of it with the vortex changed from being like the storm, because it was a storm warning card that came up, right, in the first one. I know you don't know that, but then it becomes this vortex of abundance and beauty and joy, where you get to move forward and you get to, utilize this key and open this gate. And even though this doesn't fully suck, maybe you've convinced yourself it's okay, but there's something else waiting for you out here. There's something more spiritual, more enlightened waiting for you. But you've got to put down the baggage. You've got to put down the baggage and choose the new path with an open heart. Like I said, this is you using the key around your neck to open this gate around your heart. Because whether you realize it or not, you're still holding, I'm hearing the word harboring. You're still harboring, resentment toward this other situation. All right, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. Oof. If this hits you and you want a personal reading, please reach out. The email will be in the description box. We can take a deeper look at what this is personally for you, all right? I love you. I hope this made sense. If it doesn't, don't make it fit, okay? We'll see you next time. Take care.